everybody, Ethan here. Welcome to Hello Road. So it's official, I'm down to only 7 cars. I know, using the word only to refer to 7 vehicles is pretty asinine, but just last month I had 12 vehicles here. The yard is looking pretty empty. Okay, so here's the story. I bought all these cars to make videos with, which is great in theory, but in reality, it's way easier to buy a cheap car than it is to sell one. Anyone that's selling a car cheap is likely doing it because there's at least one major thing wrong with it. So essentially what I did was buy myself a whole bunch of problems that I need to fix. All right, let's talk about what went away. Before we get started, check it out, Hello Road hats. They're available on my website, helloroad.tv/shop. If you buy one, it'll help support the show and I can continue making these ridiculous videos. So, off to the cars that are gone. Ooh, it is miserably hot out there. Oh, it's actually miserably hot in here too. Oh well, let me tell you about all the cars in my fleet that have gone away. Okay, the first one, the biggest one, my big stupid truck is gone. I bought it for $13,000 in 2016, and I just sold it for $12,000 a couple weeks ago. Not bad for 4 years of ownership. 7.3 liter diesel trucks seem to really hold their value. These motors are bulletproof, and I can see why people still pay top dollar for them. Unfortunately now I have a race car and a trailer, but no way to tow it. I didn't really think that one through. Oh well, off to the next one. My brother's 4Runner is gone. I never did anything with that car. I had some plans to take it off-roading, but the transmission was having serious problems and pretty much everything else was broken. He ended up donating it. So that car is no longer leaving huge puddles in my driveway. Next up, my 2003 BMW 330 Ci has been sold. Yep, this actually is probably the car that I had for the shortest amount of time in my entire life. I bought it from a friend for $2,500, spent about $1,000 in repairs, and just sold it for $5,500 on Bring a Trailer. I'd never sold a vehicle on that site, and I'd have to say, overall, it was a pretty stellar experience. It was a lot more fun than selling a car on eBay, mainly because people can comment while the auction is happening. It gets really fun right towards the end of an auction. For a low-mile E46, I feel like $5,500 is right around what the car is worth, so all in all, it was a pretty good experience with that site. And if you've seen my videos with the car, it should be pretty obvious why I got rid of it. The automatic transmission. That car is just screaming for a manual. It's too good of a chassis to be slugging around with an automatic, so that one had to go. I bought it because it was such a great deal, but it was really just hampered by that automatic transmission. If you're gonna get one, just get the manual. And next up, my E38, my 1997 BMW 740iL that I bought just over a year ago to take to the Radwood NorCal Car Show. While that one is still technically here, it's going away very soon. Last month I ran a contest asking people to make videos of why they want my long wheelbase 7 Series, and Chris from the YouTube channel East Coast Classics got the most votes with his video. So he should be picking up the car in a few weeks, I think. I hope so, because it's sitting right over there and nobody's driving it. Just waiting for Chris to come get it. So Chris, come get your car, because I don't want it anymore. So here's what I still have left in my fleet, only 7 vehicles, and I'll sum up the status of each car with a GIF. My 1986 Nissan Stanza wagon. I just haven't done anything with this car yet. I know fans of this vehicle are gonna get on my case because I haven't done anything with it. It's just sitting there. I wanna get my Geo fixed first. Once I get that fixed, then I'm gonna move on to the Stanza. I know, it's sad. So my 86 Stanza wagon can be summed up with the sad man crying GIF. And before you get on my case about the pronunciation, some people say it's GIF, it's GIF. Come on, everybody, it's GIF with a hard G. Next up, my 1988 Chevy Nova Twin Cam. This rare vehicle has been incredibly reliable. A couple months ago, it developed a miss that was hard to diagnose, but it turns out it was just cap, rotor, and plugs. I mean, simple stuff. So that car is running beautifully now, and I'll sum it up with this GIF. Moving on to my 1990 Pontiac Turbo Grand Prix, another incredibly rare vehicle in my fleet. I brought this over to my friend Charles's house because he was gonna help me fix it. I did that a few months ago, and unfortunately he's been too busy to help me, so it's just been sitting there. So that car gets this GIF. Next up, my 1991 Geo Prism GSI, one of 237 GSI hatchbacks made in 1991. A very, very rare car that is worth absolutely nothing, like most of my vehicles. So here's the big news. It's running. It's actually running. But I still haven't gotten to pass smog yet. So the Prism gets this GIF. Okay, off to the car that I'm sitting in, my 1997 Nissan 200SX SER, also known as Liam Neeson. If it wasn't already obvious, this is our race car for the 24 Hours at Lemons. This vehicle actually runs fine. It's a little bit down on power, but the sad news is that my team hasn't raced in a very, very long time. Buttonwillow Raceway was the last race we did. It was almost a year ago. So this car gets a facepalm GIF. Now let's talk about the most reliable car I've ever owned, my 2005 Scion XB. At over 220,000 miles on the clock, it's insanely reliable. Lately, I've been driving that one the most just because I can always count on it to start. And I can always count on it to get me to where I need to go. Whereas most of my other cars, no. And finally, my 2016 Toyota Prius. If you've seen my other videos, you know that I hate this car. So instead of wasting any more words on the abomination that is this vehicle, here's a GIF. Okay, that's my fleet update of my much smaller fleet of only 7 vehicles. You know what? It's actually starting to look a little empty around here. I might have just a little bit of space over there for a vehicle, or I could probably fit one over there, right? That wouldn't be a problem, would it? Oh, hold on a second. Hello? Oh, you've got what? That sounds interesting. Should I buy it? Oh, you want to go halvesies on it? Oh, that's an interesting idea. Absolutely nothing could go wrong with that type of arrangement, right? It starts with 944 and ends with Erbo? Interesting. I gotta go. See you later. Why do I live near an airport again? I think I probably spend 10 minutes actually filming stuff that I will use in a video and about 4 hours waiting for airplanes to pass by. 2 airplanes, 3 helicopters, and my neighbor is sawing wood. Maybe I'll just start doing all my videos without any audio. Stop sawing.